Hey everyone, I'm Pion and welcome to the free ones. What is the free ones, you ask? I like to call it a first-person grappling hook-based parkour game. It's gonna release on the 12th of July, and this is what it looks like. So graphically speaking, this game might not look like much, but gameplay-wise, it's actually quite fun. So it's a parkour game, first-person, as you can see, and the main mechanic is the grappling hook, which allows you to grapple to everything that is wooden, like this. And you can cancel the grapple by pressing space, which gives you a lot of momentum, like this, and throws you through the air. You also have a wingsuit. We don't have that from the beginning of the game, but you unlock it throughout, and that allows you to glide like this. And you can combine it with the grapple hook jump, and you can also chain multiple of those jumps together and stuff like that. So you might notice the little 3 dots above my cursor. Those are the number of charges you have of your grappling hook before you can grapple again. And I have no idea where to go. So you're limited in the amount of charges you can chain together. So let's say, for example, I do this and then this, and then I grapple again. Now I'm out of charges and I have to wait until I land on the ground before they recharge and I can grapple again. So you might have wondered why I don't know where I'm going. That's because I'm playing through this blindly, which I usually don't. I usually pick parts of the game I think are worth showing or represent the game in a fair way. But in this game, that's not quite possible to me, because my biggest concern with the game is it doesn't have save slots. It has save slots, but only one. It doesn't have multiple save slots, and there's no chapter replay. So I can only I can only continue my game or completely erase my save file and start from the beginning. So yeah, my options were start from the beginning, which is not that interesting, or just continue playing my current save file, which is around 2 hours and, well, a little more than 2 hours into the game, and is where we are right now. And that means I'm playing blindly right now, and that means I might fail a bit or get stuck here and there. Is that the way I'm supposed to go? No, I'm pretty sure I have to go over there. Let's try by using this tree here, combined with the glider. That should work. Okay, good. So yeah, sorry if I fail a bit. And as I said, this is probably the biggest concern I have with the game, and mainly because it's annoying when it comes to memorials. Memorials are collectibles you can get in the game, and there are little flags that hover around the area, usually in a spot which is hard to reach. Oh, no. Okay, that might get a little tricky. Let's see if I can get over there. No, I failed to click. Okay, that was just my bad. Okay, so yeah, memorials are collectibles which are hard to get usually. They provide a challenge, and they're interesting, but if you miss one because you either didn't see it, like you didn't notice it is there. Ooh, what? I fell through the drain. Okay, that was not great. Oh, that wasn't. Oh, safe. No, not good. Maybe if I glide over here. Okay. Still alive. Let's see for how long. Can I get to this train? I can. Okay. Sorry, commentating and playing this game at the same time, kinda hard. I'm going. Still alive? No, I'm not. So yeah, the problem with memorials is you can see which one you got, and you can see I missed 2 in the second chapter, and there's no way for me to get them. And you can either miss them by just don't noticing them, or maybe they are too hard and you don't want to replay the same section of the game over and over again, but you might want to try later when you're more adept at the game, and that's just not possible because, as I said, you cannot reload a previous chapter, and that's, yeah, it's very annoying to me. It's the biggest concern, as I said, I have with the game. There are a few others, but let's talk about the positive stuff first, and that is the gameplay. And the gameplay is what? Okay, that was a little buggy. The gameplay is the most important part of the game to me. Important part, not important. The most important part of the game for me, anyway. And I'm so happy that it's good, because it's pretty fun to fling yourself around with this grappling hook and combine it with the glider or the wingsuit. The gliding of the wingsuit. Can I save this? No. Okay, this part is pretty tough. Usually, the game is not too hard, or at least Until recently it wasn't. The difficulty just ramped up a little bit in the previous section. Now it's actually quite tricky, and I seem to fail a bit, at least when I'm commentating at the same time, which makes makes it a little harder to play this game properly. But yeah, the game is not trivial, but usually, or at least for the first 2 hours, fairly easy, or not easy, but manageable. Let's say difficulty is on a manageable level, and that it's also rewarding. Like it's not trivial, so it's still challenging, but you don't bang your head too much on the wall or something, usually. Okay, I managed to get through the section. You usually have to replay the trickier parts for a few times, but you usually don't, or at least I didn't got stuck for long in most areas, so that's good. The memorials, however, they're pretty challenging usually, and they provide a pretty rewarding challenge, because they're usually, as I said, pretty hard to get spots, and that's pretty fun. It's pretty fun for me to at least to get them. However, keep in mind, if you're a completionist, then you will get annoyed a lot by the lack of save files or reload from previous chapters and stuff like that. So yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, let's talk about checkpoints, because the game is very, very generous when it comes to checkpoints, which is good, because I think that's a good thing. So the game basically autosaves every time you're on safe ground. Mostly. Like, the checkpoints are just like every time after a difficult section when you get on safe ground, you can be sure that you just hit the checkpoint. The game doesn't tell you, but the game is just very, very predictable when it comes to that. And that's a good thing, because you know when you're in safety, and you know when you can relax, and you managed to get through that section. And I think that's a good thing. So yeah, the gameplay is fun and very rewarding and fun to play through. The developer themselves said that the game is around 4 hours long, so I'm a little bit over the half, at least if that is true. So it's a short linear experience. There are no branching paths or anything. There is no decision making to make. In some sections you can go multiple ways, but they usually it's one big way. Like, sometimes you have obviously different options how you get through. There's moving trains, for example, but there's usually only one path. Sometimes this path is a little wider, and there are different ways of maneuvering through it, but there's usually only one way. So it's a very, very linear experience, and it's a fairly short experience with only 4 hours. But as I said, the gameplay is pretty fun, and I think 4 hours is good for not getting old too quickly. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Let's try to land on that. I fell on that. So yeah, some people prefer longer games, obviously, but I'm actually someone who's fairly happy with shorter experiences, because I usually don't have time to play through the longer ones. So I prefer 4 hours of quality gameplay over 20 hours of mediocre gameplay, because I have so many games to play and so few time to actually play them. But that's just me. And oh, there's a memorial over there. Wonder how we get that. Let's worry about that later, maybe. Let's first get up here. It's probably easier if I sustain momentum here. Little late for that, but we're gonna reload in a moment anyway. By the way, reloading. Oh yeah, we have to get the memorial. I have to keep the momentum, I guess. It's the only way. I'm gonna try. So it would be nice if the game had a retry button, reload button, or respawn button. Okay, that's it's not good. I'm out of charges as well. Okay, because sometimes you know you're gonna die now, and it would be nice to just press R or something to respawn. You can respawn, and we're gonna show you in a moment. That's not okay. That's not how you do it. So you can respawn, but you have to do it like this. And that's just not convenient. And the game has rebindable keys, but it doesn't have a key for respawning. At least I couldn't find one, which is annoying. I screwed up the wingsuit again, so gonna be stuck here. Gah! What? Okay, sometimes the grappling hook releases itself for some reason. I'm not quite sure when that happens. That's probably the only main issue I have with the controls from time to time. Yeah, I'm not getting that memorial anytime soon. Probably not even getting over here this way, right? Nope, that's too far. Okay, have to go faster. So, yeah. Okay, what else? Well, there's a story. and it has voice acting, but the story itself is it's pretty stupid. Let's be blunt here. It's just not a good story. Like, there's a city where people live for decades now, and they're on this island, and they're trying to escape the island, except for the fact that they don't actually try. They just sit there and don't do anything. It didn't do anything for decades, and now you come around, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can save us." The thing is, you don't have any special abilities or anything. There's nothing special about you. You're just the next one getting through to the city. And I'm not gonna explain now what's the back story of that, but you just get in the city the regular way. Let's put it that way. And you don't have any special abilities besides being the main character of this game. And that just doesn't make sense. It just makes no sense. I got the memorial. Do I get over there? No. How do you get that? Wow, you have to be really fast. I think it's the right path or the right approach I took here, but you have to be way faster than that. This might get a little tricky. Let's just try to get through this so you see a few more parts of the game, maybe. Let's hope I can do this. Okay, good. Wait for the next train. Land, okay, and to safety. And there we go. And that's what I was talking about earlier. This will be a checkpoint, 100%. So, yeah, the story it just doesn't make sense. The characters are not that interesting either. There's actually only the main character and one other character. There's no character development or anything. There's not even a proper introduction to the characters. You're just getting there and she's like, yeah, here, take this grappling hook, now save us. And there's no explanation and nothing. And I don't know. The voice acting is okay. It's not great either, though. The story is just not interesting, at least not to me. So yeah, but I'm here for the gameplay, and the gameplay is fun. So that's the main thing for me.
I can see it.
Speaking of voice acting.
Actually, does it remind you of something?
No? What makes you say that?
They used to bring all the kidnapped people through that station. That's where you would have first stepped foot on the island.
I'm touched.
So, yeah, that's voice acting. No, not good. Oh, maybe I can salvage this. This is, by the way, the best part of the game, when you don't know what you're doing, and you're just improvising. And I might actually make this. No, I don't have a lot of crap left! Oh, god damn it. Like, if you're playing through a section the first time, and it's not quite obvious where you have to go, and you didn't figure out a good path yet, then I think the game's at its best. When you're making split-second decisions and just trying to survive. That's when the game is at its best. No, no. Yeah, I enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it. It's not the perfect game, and I think I made clear why I think that's the case. But I definitely enjoy it. It's fun to grapple around and fly like a maniac, or like I don't know, like something that flies really fast and really high. Not a good way of doing it, but might work. Okay, recharge the thingies. Recharge. Didn't got a good boost out of this, but I think I'm good. Whew, okay. And if you make it, it's really rewarding. Like, I always feel happy when something like this happens, and that's why I keep playing this game. I think I'm actually going to complete this, especially with the developer saying that it's only a 4-hour experience. That's manageable to me, so I think I'm going to play through this. So to wrap this up, let's take a look at the options menu. And then end the video. So there's resolution options, there's a window and full screen, no borderless window, which is a shame. There are a bunch of language options, as you can see here, so that's good. I'm not sure if they're all voice acted, actually. Never tried. There's subtitles on and off. That's also a good option to have multiple sound sliders. So this is all good except for the missing borderless window mode. We have rebindable keys, which is great. As I said earlier, missing the respawn button. We have mouse sensitivity though, which is really important for a game like this. What is lacking here is an FOV slider or something along those lines. There are a few graphical options here, but yeah, FOV sliders for first-person games, usually a good idea. Some people get motion sick. I prefer higher FOVs as well. I don't, like, it's not terrible for me when they're not that high, and this game feels very manageable to me. But if they're, yeah, some people have problems with that, and yeah, so FOV sliders in first-person games, appreciated. So the options menu is pretty good. A few things are missing, but nothing super terrible. The main issue, as I said, the story is not great and no multiple save fights, which is a shame. But yeah, the game is still fun to play, so I'm gonna play a little more of this. So it's called The Free Ones. It's gonna release on the 12th of July, which is probably today when you watch this video, on the day it publishes. Link is in the description below. And I'm Pion. Thanks a lot for watching. Have fun and whoa! See you next time. God damn it.